Yo, back at you again with another video. In this video, you know what we installing? Getting ready for the track day. You know what we installing? Getting ready for the track day. Okay, so some of you guys might be wondering, why wheel spacers? Well, these particular wheel spacers, the reason why I'm getting them is mainly because these wheel spacers, what they do is they don't fall out. If I have an emergency, I need to swap out my tires. And they look nice. They're red, which is gonna match the theme that I'm going for. They're red black, because they're red. And the main reason is because whenever I change out my tires or change out my wheels, I don't want to have to keep juggling the wheel spacer. I will post the torque specs of front and rear wheels in the description below. So just take a quick peek if you want to know how to do it on your bike. But for the most part, what we're going to do is we're going to take those OEM wheel spacers out, loose anyway, and then we're going to put these in. These don't fall out. They're lighter weight also. And yeah, these should do the bike some real good justice. Driven metal that moves you. All right. Doesn't say much, but let me show you the description of the box. You kind of have an idea what it is. This is what they look like. The bottoms for the rear, if I'm not mistaken, the tops for the front. Nothing fancy. All right, so let's take off the real lug nuts and go from there. Real quick, I know a lot of people don't have this tool, but if you get one of these, I'll leave a link in the description below for this on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. For you to get one of these, this basically fits all bikes. And this goes inside of here. And the one that goes in here is a 22. And it goes in there like that. Turn that off and this whole thing comes off. So I'm gonna take the front wheel off. Right now the wheel wants to fall. So let me take the wheel off. Well, they didn't fall out. Oh! That's okay. All right. So the way I do it, what comes off goes on. So if this is the short one, then I know that this is the short one that needs to go on. So I just put the same size on the same side up. So that one, this one came off of this side. This one's gonna go here. And then the way I put it on, just to make sure it doesn't create any dirt inside, I just twist as I push into place. Just like that. And then these, as you can see, they don't come out. So, same thing for the other side. This one should pop right out, should be the same size. I pull on a little bit just to make sure it doesn't stay flush. Now that I know I got the front ones in, I can put the front wheel back on. So give me 1 second while I do this. Make sure you put it in the right rotation, so it needs to go on like this. Let's put this wheel back on. All right, let me grab my torque wrench. .84 foot-pounds. Tighten this down. My secret is to never stop as I'm turning. So once it locks into place, I just keep turning until it clicks. Then on that one, boom, right there. 84 foot-pounds. That's it. So as you guys can see, I have the wheel spacers in the front installed. Turn the wheel, it should spin freely. There should be no type of drag. The only thing that's dragging right now is the brakes and the bike. As you guys can see up close, the bike hasn't been ridden for quite some time. But I'm gonna put the second rear spacer on, and then I'm gonna go for a quick ride just to see if make sure the bike is riding the way it should. All right, so now let's jump over to the rear, shall we? Let's see. I'm pretty sure everybody on here knows how to take off a rear wheel on a motorcycle, but obviously it's the pin. This is a 22 bolt. Take this off, take the chain off, take the wheel off, put the wheel spacer back in, and you should be really good to go. It wasn't tight at all. Get this pin off. The rear axle size is a 32. The rear nut. Remember the orientation. This line has to be on the outside, so that way when you align it, you know where it goes. Don't put it like this, because then you won't know how to align it. All right. So it's the washer. It's like this. I'm supposed to take the chain off first. So let me do that first. Okay. And then on this side, I'll pull it through. Here we go. Take the chain off, boom, got the wheel out. It's easy to determine which side goes where. Pull the old one out. Clearly, this is not the sides that go on this side, so it's gonna actually be this one. So this is the one that goes on this side. The lip goes in to hold on to the actual wheel, and then the other side sticks out. That. All right, so this one's out. So now I'm gonna go ahead and transfer the other one. Take the other one out. The other one looks like this. The bike is really dirty. Let me clean some of this dirt off, man. Do the other side. Alright, so now if I put the wheel on and take the wheel off, it won't move all over the place. So first thing first, I got to get the chain at least past the sprocket. There we go. Just to make it a little easier on yourself. There we go. Alright. Make sure. Yep. Arms up and down. So now that I have the rear wheel on the bike, I'm going to get my slack tool, my Pro Motion slack tool, to tighten down the chain to the right specs and then take it for a quick spin. Let me put this in place first. The rear axle nuts, just to hold it snug. All right, guys. So if you want to know how much slack you should have on your chain, it actually says it right here at the very top. It should be within from 30 to 40 millimeters. And the Pro Slack tool is here. And then I'm going to show you how to adjust the chain. So basically what I do, I put it on the chain, I go all the way up, and I come down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's not even tightened down yet. Hold on. Let me tighten this down first. Okay, let's try it again. And now, as you can see, I'm right at 35, almost 35. That's in the middle. To me, it's max 40 and minimum 30. I try to keep it in between the two. So 35 is where I usually stop. So 35 is what I'm at. So I'm gonna tighten these wheel locks down. I'm gonna put back the cotter pin, which is straight up and down, like that. Grab my needle nose pliers. I only usually bend one back. I don't bend both. But since I purchased the bike, it was both. I just leave it. But I usually just bend one back. And that's enough. That pin ain't going nowhere. The OEM ones are a little bit heavier than these aluminum ones. The wheel spins freely. The only thing that's holding it right now is the brakes, but I'm gonna take it for a spin and that should go away. Same thing with the front. It still spins. Yeah. So I want to thank you guys for watching this quick video on how to install driven wheel spacers on the ZX6R 2020. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.